Alright, Chapter 3 Summary. The chapter provided the basic information control device following the term of the main point of the chapter. The circuit control device used to apply to remove the power selective function control or circuit with a device. The switch is one type of the circuit control device. Switches are classified in many different ways. Toggle switch. A manual switch must be turned on and off with a person on and off by a person. Automatic switch will turn on the circuit on and off without the action of the person, either the mechanical electrical devices. Multi-contact switch is possible to contract more than one circuit with a select one of several possible circuits is a single switch. The poles of which are the points of the with your current enter for the switch, the number of throws, and the number of possible circuits that can be connected to each of the pole, the number of the breaks, the number of the points in which the switch breaks the circuit. So you have a single pole break, single pole, single throw, single break, single pole, single throw, double break, single pole, double throw, double break. This would be a double pole, single throw, single break. Double pole, double throw, single break, double pole, single pole, double break, double pole, double throw, double break. Rotary switches, multiple contact switch contacts arranged in circular, semicircular manner. Wafer switches, rotary switch with the contacts are on wafer. The wafers are mechanically connected and switch over the contacts. Actuator, the switch of the position of the switch of the move, the cover of the switch of the change of the contact position. Actuator can be toggled with the push button rocker. In the case of rotary switch and shaft and handle, the number of the position. The switch refers to the number of the points where the actuator can select the contact configuration. Monetary switches, one of this actuator will only stay as long as the force is applied to an actuator. The force is removed the actuator on the switch return to the normal non-monetary position. Lock position is the switch to prevent axial movement of the actuator from the specific position. Pull out change of the position. Snap action switch, one which removes the switch contacts relatively independent of the actuator movement. They accomplish for the using a leaf spring with a common contact switch. A micro switch accurately snap switching switch, the operating present and very accurately known. Show the terminals cave the plunger cover spring, normally closed contact, common contact, current terminal, normally open contact, NO and NOC, non-closed, normal, open. Voltage rating, switch maximum voltage switch, the design control with the very high voltage over the voltage rating and be able to jump open contact. Switch of the current rating. A switch of the maximum current rating switch is designed to carry this dependent on the voltage rating. A current higher than the current rating may cover the contact of the switch to melt and weld together. The contents of the switch may check for the ohmmeter of the power of the remove or with the voltmeter to apply with the switch. Check the switch for the actuator. Should be checked for the smooth. The correct operation terminal should be checked for the evidence for the corrosion. Physical condition of the switch should be determined. If the substituted switch must be replaced, the faulty switch, the substitute must also have the following ohms, and then it shows the ohms, showing the ohms of at least the same number of the poles and throws position, some of the same number of the breaks, and identical configuration regarding the monetary lock position, voltage, current rating equal to the higher than the original switch. In addition, the substituting must be physical side compatible with the mounting of the must-have type of the actuator operating switch. A solenoid controls the right electromagnetism, converting electrical energy, mechanical motion, magnetic field with the coil, track the end plunger with the solenoid, current flow through the coil. When the current is removed, the spring attached with the plunger will cause the plunger to return to its original position. If the solenoid fails to operate, check with the terminal connection, plunger, and attached mechanism, smooth operation, engine, voltage, and coil of the solenoid. Shows the solenoid and the pin core, coil, de-energized coil string, and the energized relay. Electromagnetic control differs for the solenoid from the solenoid. Solenoid is movable core plunger with the relays, a fixed core. Relays are controlled and classified as control relays, or which control low power common circuit. The power relays are contactors with control higher power circuits. All right, show the relay contact one. Contact 1, contact 2, pivot and armature in the coil, relay coil terminals. Alright, clapper relays. Use the clapper relays to move the contact position, accomplish switching in the circuit with the push rod, non-movable contact, armature, coil, clamper, heel piece. Relays describe the type of the enclosure of the relay, the open, sealed. If relays function movement over the contact should be observed. The coil should be checked for the open short of the terminal. Leave the open semi-sealed closed. Check for the burn and charred insulation contact. Should be checked in carbon arcing contact spacing. A burnishing tool is used to clean the contacts of relay files. Sandpaper, the memory cloth should not be used. And also, your point bender used to adjust the spacing of the relay. No other tools should be used. And that completes the summary for Chapter 3. And that's the last of the book, other than the glossaries and the index.